Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Happy May 1st already. Oh my goodness. I am so excited about today because we have a fun collaboration for you. I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. But first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and this is my sleepy Oliver. And if you're returning, we love you so much. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting.
Okay, DIY number one. So I'm going to take two of these wood pieces from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint one with Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White and the other one with Apple Barrel's Deep Navy. Once they were dry, I'm taking my painter's tape here. I'm going to create some stripes on this white one. And I'm just using that little piece of painter tape there to be my spacer. And then I'm just going to lay my painter's tape out, and then I'll put the spacer down again and get another piece of painter's tape to go across that last part. And once I was done, I took my spacer because sometimes the middle part was fine and then I wouldn't lay it down quite straight. So I'm just taking that spacer to make sure that's all done correctly. Then I went ahead and painted those stripes with Waverly chalk paint in the color Crimson. Once that was dry, I also painted these little 1-inch blocks that I get from Amazon. I painted them white, and I'm using my Tite Bond Quick and Thick multi-surface glue and my hot glue to glue them in place. Now, you could probably just use the multi-surface glue if you have that, but I was kind of in a hurry. After that, I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom of it. I'm going to add my multi-surface glue and my hot glue on the bottom, and I'm going to glue this onto the other wood piece that's now the base. After that, I took some wood stars that I had. I'm going to paint them with that deep navy, and then the 2-inch wood letters came from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to paint them with my Snow White chalk paint. Once they were dry, I took my antique wax. I decided I wanted it to look a little more antique-ish, so I'm using a paper towel and wiping it on, but I didn't want it that dark, so then I just took my baby wipe and just kind of rubbed it in and made it a little softer. And I'm going to do that on all of my letters, just like you see right there. And sorry. Once I was done doing that, I decided I wanted the white on my Uncle Sam hat to be the same way. So I'm just doing the same thing along the white and on the red. I just give it that kind of more of an antique look. Then I took my Tite Bond Quick and Thick and a little bit of hot glue just because I didn't have time to wait. And I'm going to glue those letters onto the stars just like you see right there. And then I'm going to use my Tite Bond glue and just a couple of dabs of hot glue. And I'm going to glue them in place, just like you see them laid out. Now, again, if you're not in a hurry and you have the Tite Bond glue, you could just use that. This I was doing today because I wanted to get it done so I could get my video edited and uploaded and ready for you guys. So I'm just gluing all that in. I'm going to glue these little stars in. I think the little stars, I did get those from Amazon last year. The big stars, I don't even remember where I got those. But I grabbed some different ribbons that I had in my stash. These were a little wider, so I'm cutting off the wire on them because I wanted them to have a little more natural look. And then this one was kind of wide, so I cut it in half. And then I'm just going to make a messy bow. I'm just taking, and I made 3 of most of them. There's 2 of them that I made 4. I don't know why, but I'm just going to layer them like a X. Just like you see, I'm going to do all the colors the same. I usually alternate the colors, but I thought I'd try something different. And then once I have these on there, I'm going to use a zip tie to hold them together. I find that when I tried doing the twine, I can never get it tight enough. And so the zip tie worked much better. So, and this little zip tie came from Dollar Tree, but I'm just going to put it around the middle and pull it tight. And there we go, cut off the excess. And then I'm going to just glue it. I kind of fluffed it a little bit, and then I'm just going to glue it right there. And then I'm going to take a little red button that I had in my stash. I'm going to glue it over that red zip tie, and there it is. I really love how this came out. I think it's so cute. You have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, today is the first of the month, so it's the first of the month challenge that I host every month with my friend Krista with Krista's Crafty Life. And as you can tell, this month's theme is Patriotic DIYs. So make sure you check out her channel and her video. If you haven't subscribed to her yet, make sure you subscribe to her. Check out the playlist. I'll have links to all of them in my description box below. Okay, DIY number 2. How do you like that picture of Oliver? Oh, it cracks me up. Anyways, I took a 12 by 12 wood sign. I'm going to paint it with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Ivory. I'm going to take my brand new Chalk Couture transfer called Liberty Bell. I just loved this when I saw it come out. I knew I wanted to get it. So since it's the first time I'm using it, I'm going to fuzz it. If you are not familiar with Chalk Couture, these are self-adhesive silk screen stencils. We call them transfers, and I'm fuzzing it so that it helps it not be so sticky, so that it doesn't pull up your paint or your paste when you're removing it. So I laid it where I wanted it, and then I'm going to use my chalk paste in the color Storm, Shimmer Gold, and I think this is Black Velvet. No, Shimmer Shadow, something like that. Anyways, I'm going to just use my Storm all along the top part of it, the little handle part here. And what I really wanted was a bronze, and I didn't have a bronze color chalk paste. I did order me one, but so I thought, well, let's see what I can do if I can make this a little more interesting and not just do gray. So I'm going to do the top part here with my Storm color, which is just gray. I'm going to release it just like that so that the paste doesn't dry on the silk screen, because if it dries and you remove the transfer, then it will come up and you won't have a very good image. I'm going to take the rest, I'm going to take all 3 colors, and I'm just going to make blotches all around, and then I'm just going to use my squeegee to just mix those colors as I squeegee them on. Now, if you have never tried Chalk Couture, and if you're interested in it, I do have a link in my description box for it. I am a designer, so I have a link to my page. You can check that out, or you can always email me if you have questions about it. I do usually recommend the Couture Club Couture, because it's $21.99 a month, $21.99 a month, I think. And you get an exclusive 8x11 transfer, some chalk paste, and a surface that goes with it. And if you do sign up for that, you do have to enroll for at least 3 months before you can cancel. But I think it's a nice way to at least try it out, see if you like it. And yeah, and then there's another members perks that you get a 30% off discount whenever you order something. So check those out. You'll see those in my page. Okay, so once I was done with that, I took these 1-inch wood letters from Amazon, painted them with my crimson color. Then I decided to take that ivory and just do a light amount of dry brushing on it. And then once I was done, I kind of wish I wouldn't have done the dry brushing, or maybe a little bit less, because I think it's a little hard to read Freedom over the bell. But I'm going to use my Titebond quick and thick glue here. I'm not using hot glue with it this time, because I was not in a rush when I was making this a couple of days ago. I'm just going to glue those letters in place, just like you see, and then I laid the Freedom out in a curve. In fact, I was trying to figure out how I wanted to lay these letters, and my husband's the one who came up with putting it on top of my picture, and I'm like, oh, I love that idea. Anyways, I took some 20 millimeter half beads, and I'm going to paint them with that deep navy, and then I'm going to use my Titebond glue again to glue them all in place. I'm sorry, I do not remember how many I made or how many I painted and how many I used. I just kind of took the amount that was going to take to cover the board. So once I was done, I'm going to make a bow like I always do. Take the ribbon, do the awareness ribbon shape, scrunch it up in the middle, and then I'll tie some twine around it. And I'm going to make 2 of these bows. I'm going to stick the checked one on top of the stars, or yeah, the stars, not stripes, but stars. The Patriotic one I got from Hobby Lobby, and then the red checked one I believe I got at Christmas time at Walmart. You can probably find it anywhere. I'm sure Hobby Lobby has something similar to that. So I'm just going to dovetail the ends, which you fold the ends together and cut at an angle. I'm going to glue my bow to the corner there. And then I forgot to make hanger holes. So I'm going to staple this, but this wood piece is really thin. So I'm making sure that my staple goes into the beads. So I'm making sure that it was, the staples were going to hit the beads. And there it is. I really love how this one came out too. You'll have to let me know what you think about this one as well.
Okay, I hope you are enjoying this video today. I was really excited to move on to Patriotic, and I know a lot of you, I've had mixed remarks. I have a lot of people that say they decorate for Independence Day and they leave it up all summer long. I have some people that say they never decorate for it, but I love it. And I think maybe because it's got red in the colors, and red is my second favorite color. But I love Patriotic DIYs. And so I was really excited to start working on these and to get some of these made for you. So let me know though, how in the comment box if you want to see more. I do plan on doing at least one more video, maybe two, depending on your guys' responses. But anyways, I like to take this time usually to just say hello to you guys and let you know how much I appreciate all of you guys, and I am so glad that you are all here and that you enjoy my videos. It just means the world to me when I hear you guys say that you're enjoying them, that you're learning. Sometimes I get in a rut and do the same things over, and I have to remind myself, no, do something different. And it can be hard because sometimes I'm just, yeah, in that mode. Anyways, but I'm so glad you guys are here. And if you are new here and you like home decor on a budget, I would love it if you'd hit that red subscribe button, become part of our YouTube family. Let me know in the comment box below that you're new. I'd love to get to know you. Little Oliver's doing good. I'm pretty sure that seizure was caused by his medicine. I had just changed his heartworm medicine to heartworm, flea, and tick medicine. 2 weeks after his first dose, he had that seizure. I looked on the box because I had many people telling me that flea and tick medicine causes that, and I looked on the box, and sure enough it says may cause seizure. So no more of that medicine for him. We're going back to the normal stuff. I will just check him over really well every time I go to my sister's house, because she lives kind of out in the country a little bit and tends to have a lot of ticks. So we'll just be checking him over because I don't want to have to go through that again. But he's doing well. He's doing fine. He's back to his normal self, running around playing and wanting me to quit crafting so he can sit on my lap. This boy, he's so spoiled. My mom is gone right now, and he has just been so whiny since she's been gone, because usually he'll go sit on her lap while I'm working, but he has just been so needy. It's been funny, but I still love him. I'm glad. I'd rather him be needy than not here. Anyways, I think I better quit chit-chatting so you guys can finish this video and go onto the playlist to get all kinds of patriotic ideas. So with all of that, let's continue on with the video.
Okay, DIY number 3. So I had this Dollar Tree sign in my stash, and I'm just going to remove this top frame piece. I was thinking about using it, but I ended up not using it. I did remove all of the paper from it. It wasn't very easy, let me tell you. And then once I had that top layer removed, I spritzed it with water and then used my paint scraper to scrape it all off. And they came apart in the meantime. So I painted both pieces there with my crimson color. And then I'm going to take the flat piece here and I'm going to lay out my tape just like I did on the previous DIY that I made stripes on. And then I'm going to paint it with my Waverly chalk paint and the color Snow White. Now, if you want to recreate this, I would suggest painting the thing white first and then going over the stripes with red, because I had to do a couple of coats to cover that red. So I'm using my Titebond glue here to glue my sign back together. And there is a little ledge kind of groove that it had, so it just fits in really perfectly together. So after I have that glued on, I am going to take some of these stars. This was a garland that I got either last year or the year before from Dollar Tree, but you could use any stars if you want to recreate this. And I'm just going to remove the string and the staples from that. And then I am going to go ahead and paint all of those with that deep navy color by Apple Barrel. If you don't have this one, you could use any color blue any dark navy blue that you want, or any kind of blue. Actually, I guess you could use a lighter blue if you want. I like the darker blue, but yeah, I'm just going to finish painting this one and we'll move on here. Then I thought I would show you guys what I'm always saying. If you have stickers, if you don't have a Cricut, you can use stickers. So I have these stickers from Dollar Tree, and I am just going over the letters and painting the letters that I'm going to use. Now, I did have to do a couple of coats because of it being black. You know, I didn't want the black to show through. So once I had them all painted and dried, I'm just going to take them and I'm going to line them up. I'm trying to use my little square ruler here to help me stay straight. And I'm just taking my little pick here to pick them out, which I really I really could have just used my finger to lay them. It probably would have been easier, but having the pick did help get them off of the paper. So once I had that all done, I am going to glue them on with my Titebond glue, just like you see. And sorry, I heard something outside and it was got my attention. I'm just going to glue those on. Then I took my braided jute cord that I love, and I'm just going to glue this all the way around my sign. Now this was kind of a work in progress. I had no idea what I was going to do other than the stripes. I knew I wanted to do the stripes. I didn't know what else I wanted to do. So it was kind of a work in progress as I was doing it. I'm going to take some twine. I'm just going to make some little teeny shoestring bows out of it. And then I'm just going to put one on the top of each star. If you don't like bows, you absolutely could skip this part. I just thought it dressed it up a little bit. So I'm going to take some more of those 1-inch squares from Amazon and paint them with my crimson. And then that's a finial cap. I think I got that from Hobby Lobby, painted it with the deep navy. And then I'm going to glue those little squares onto the back because it was a little top heavy. It kept wanting to go forward. So I thought, well, if we put this on, then maybe it will stay better, which it does. And then I added my finial cap. Then I just took a little paint marker and just made some little stars by doing like a hashtag sign, not really hashtag, I guess, but anyways, I'm just making some little stars all on the big blue stars. So that's that's what I did. So there it is. I think it came out pretty cute. Yeah, you have to let me know what you think about this one as well. Okay, it is a time for a celebration of your recreations. And we have Carissa recreated my little flowers. I love them, Carissa. They are so cute. Thank you so much for sharing them. And then we have these cute little jars that Corrine upcycled and created little candle holders out of. I just think they're adorable. And then Jane, she made these really pretty signs. They are so pretty. Oh, that rabbit and that chick are just so beautiful. Thank you, ladies, for sharing these with me. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, and I want to thank Gayla. She bought me 3 coffees, and I truly appreciate it. And if you want to bless me financially, you can send me some money through the buymeacoffee.com/rustic and lace account. Okay. DIY number 4. That little picture of Oliver gets me every time. I'm going to take a 12-inch round by round. Oh my goodness. 12-inch wood round by from Dollar Tree and that ring from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint the ring with the crimson and the wood round with my snow white. Once they were dry, I took these cute window clings that came from Amazon. I got these before the beginning of the year. I just thought they were adorable. I couldn't pass them up. I'm going to take that Highland cow that is so cute, and I'm just going to cut him out. Now, you don't have to do this part, but I like to get that little bit of plastic that goes around it cut off because I just feel like it gives it a little bit more of a high-end look. So I'm going to cut all around that, and I'm going to cut around some stars that I'm going to use too. So then I'm just going to add some Mod Podge onto my wood round here. I'm not going to let it dry. I'm going to just brush it all on, and then I'm going to start laying my images out. So I'm going to get my cute little Highland cow here and get him centered and just rub him into that Mod Podge. And then I'm going to take some of the stars that I cut out, and I'm just going to kind of place them around my wood round. Now I thought about doing the words, because this is America the Beautiful, but it wouldn't have all fit on here. If I used a bigger wood round, it probably would have fit. Then I wouldn't have been able to use the ring. So I decided to just leave the words out, but he's so cute. I don't think he needs any words. So I went ahead and took my Mod Podge, and I'm going over all of the pictures with it, just to give it that extra protection, that extra layer of protection there. Then I'm going to take my Titebond glue. I'm going around behind my ring here that I had painted. And I'm going to glue this right over my wood round. And because it does take about, I'd say 5 minutes for that to set, I'm going to go ahead and use my little clamps here that I got from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to clamp those that ring in place to hold it together. And then once it was done, I took some of this baker's twine from Dollar Tree. There's red and white stripe and then a blue and white stripe. I'm just kind of twisting them together. I put some tape on the end so I could thread it through my hanger holes here. And then I'm just going to tie knots on the back. And we have this cute little patriotic looking hanger that goes on it. And then I took this ribbon. I'm going to do my normal awareness ribbon bow. And I'm going to put this on the bottom of my sign. Now, this ribbon I think I got from Sam's Club last year, but you could use any ribbon if you recreate this. I will try and remember to put these rub-on transfers in my Amazon store. But they are adorable. And if you don't have these, you could always do something similar with any kind of picture that you have. Okay, there it is. I just think it is so cute. I love that cow. It is just adorable. Anyways, here's the final reveal. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you let me know if you'd like to see some more patriotic videos, and we'll see what we can come up with. So I will be back again on Monday instead of Sunday. I have a special collaboration just in time for my birthday, which is on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. And with all that being said, I hope you have a blessed weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.